legends come to play.
All Saskatchewan in this first quarterfinal to see who will become our first semifinals. Michelle Johnstone, who won $325 bowling at 313 against Crystal Orenchuk. She pocketed $250, bowled at $253.
Bang, right off the start. She likes to work fast. You notice that? She gets up there, gets set, go. Crystal just getting set up here. All Michelle's strikes as she's rolling along. She throws it in that 22-mile-an-hour range. Just over 22, just right around it. She's getting the strikes. Crystal, on the other hand, into the 25, 26-mile-an-hour range is her strike shot. So she's just getting set up here. They're just waiting for a little pin tangle that Michelle caused on the other lane to be straightened away. And now Crystal will be ready to go.
Just 18 years of age. And so the first frame, and we're playing for $100 a frame to Michelle Johnstone.
Okay, Crystal try to get her timing back down now. Had a tough match that last time. Wasn't decided until right at the end. Good spare.
Very nice.
Good full hit on that one. Sorry, Vic.
Yeah, Crystal in her first year at the University of Saskatchewan hopes to study zoology eventually, and knows that she's going to have to come to Calgary if she follows that career path.
Good looking shot again there. Okay, back on the board. Sets up the strike for this lady. Watch how quickly Michelle works.
Now living in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and misses the head pin altogether. And so the second frame in the 100 to Crystal Orenchuk.
This ball just tracks off way to the right, yanks it across to the left, punches the left corner, and now comes back with the spare though. Threw the strike shot there. A little too late for the frame, but keeps the pin count even. 30 apiece. Okay, there's the pop. That'll be the shot that Crystal was waiting for. Now Michelle needs to just fit this ball, get the 15 points. That's where sometimes she works maybe just a little too quick.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she's gotten away with it. It's early in the match here. But now, oh, gets the dozen. Almost got it to swing over there.
Really spun it across. So a 12 count. Michelle 62 through 3.
Now look at the contrast here. Now Michelle gets up quite quickly and works. Had the head pin there. Crystal, on the other hand, runs this shot. Gets it set up in her mind first and then executes it.
The strike will give her the frame and another $100.
Watch this one track right in there. She's got great stuff on it. Hits full and gets the bulldozer style shot.
I'm trying to think what the style when she drags that back foot looks like to me. I almost think you see that in figure skating, Sally and Peltier, you know, when they're doing this sort of slide. And
there you go, exactly. It's a very anchored finish, though. You can maintain your balance very easily. Notice how she turns her foot out sideways.
Mm-hmm. Curlers were traditionally turn their toes the other way, trying to sort of use it as a rudder as they deliver.
Converts the spare. Michelle now. She's going to have to try to set herself up here. Little miscue back in the third. Okay, no damage done yet.
Spare to force the carryover.
Just pull this one across to the left. Now that's two misses.
Oh, she gave it a little bit of a nudge on the way by. There's the spare.
So she has struggled a little bit on the right lane, both times missing to the left. This lane, she's currently up on a strike and a head pin back in the third.
Carrying over, playing for $200 here in the fifth. And a punch.
Another pop there. So, be looking for a little adjustment perhaps here. Speed was up marginally on that one. Really needs to pin, and again, struggles on the right side. Just the deuce with the first ball, shooting for the 15 count, but likely the best result now, 12.
You know, the psychology of the game, I know what you're saying. You hit the head pin, all right, focus, get your 15, but it's very difficult, Greg, not to be disappointed and then lose that concentration when you're going after both sides.
Very true, but we've seen so many frames won with pin counts less than 12.
No, there you go. Takes advantage of it. Crystal Orenchuk with the strike, picks up the 2 frames, $200.
And no question about this one. Right in the pocket, drills all 5 pins off there and picks up the 2 frames. So she has the stranglehold right now. If she can just hold it together. Her misses came in the first and the fourth frame with shots to the right side of the head pin and strikes otherwise. Again, she wrapped up the strings on that last lane to get the strike, and now just waiting for those to be untangled before she sets herself up.
Remarkable career as a YBC bowler. You see that so often now, the Youth Bowling Council run by the proprietors. So she picks up back-to-back strikes. She's marked in every frame so far. And now Michelle Johnstone. Needs it and doesn't get it. That's 3. And so that is now another frame. Another $100 to Crystal Orenchuk, who is sitting now at $500. One more frame would put her into the semifinals as our first of the Final 4.
And she's got a huge pinfall lead. Michelle with head pins in 5 and now 6. Bet she's going to come out of this with 15 points. Only gets a dozen again now. Only 103 through 6 frames. So what Terry Rice has a lot to start doing now is throw strikes. There's no tomorrow for her. She's got to start winning the frames, obviously, but she needs to make up that pinfall somehow, and she's well back there.
Does it start now? It does.
Very gutsy competitor. We've seen her in the other years that it looked like she was down and out, come roaring back. So we'll see what Crystal answers with.
Crystal is a 3-time winner of the Carl Malcolmson Scholarship Award. Who was Carl Malcolmson?
Carl was our executive director for many, many years. Oh, what a shot. Good kiss off the wall there. And Crystal with authority here to carry the frame. But Carl was our executive director, and when he passed on, his wife, Ingie, became our executive director. And they established a scholarship in Carl's name that's awarded annually at the Youth Bowling National Finals.
That says a lot about Crystal and just how good she is as we play for 2 frames and $200 here. And it's a situation for Michelle Johnstone that she must win the money or at least force a carryover. She cannot afford to give it to Crystal.
Exactly, and Michelle has to throw strikes. Crystal's just getting this pinfall going crazy on her side. She's got 243 through 7 frames. Now, Michelle, of course, needs the strike because she's got to try to cut into that deficit. She's going to be almost 100 pins back if she throws the next 2 strikes.
In a row? No. But now she needs the spare. Keep the carryovers going. The money is there, potentially, for Michelle to come back and win the game. But certainly she's down in pin count.
I wouldn't really count on her because she's just so far back right now. With the spare here, only 133 through 7 as compared with the 243. So she's 110 pins behind, and she's only got 120 pins left on the lane to get.
Well, but she's starting to put it together now. Here's the pressure on Crystal Orenchuk. There's the strike.
There's the good, steady stare at it. Gets this one on the middle. Gets the desired result, but Herein lies the problem. 253 max, 258 right now.
Well, now how does that hurt Crystal, or does it?
Doesn't hurt her a bit. She's got the 5 frames. She's got the pinfall. She is going to move on. It's a question of how much more money she wants to move on with.
Not an open frame on her card. Crystal Orenchuk gets the spare. But the frame and the $300 goes to Michelle Johnstone, so $100 left. But there's no way she can make up that pin count.
Absolutely not. Another solid shot coming in here, and there's the strike again. She's really got it working well. Mum approves.
Stella was a little upset with me, she said last year. I mentioned that she didn't smile. She wasn't smiling then, but she smiled earlier. Okay, so
338, possible game here. Oh, just by it. Covers the spare though for a 323. Excellent game. Combined with her 253 last time, this pin just goes over there and bounces twice in front of it. Final shot.
I remember last year she bowled a 371. 30 count, 323. Wow.
She's got excellent bowling going on in the pins game. She was averaging 301 coming into here, and now has 253 and 323. Michelle looking to cover the spare and throw a strike to try to split that final $100.
Hurt by 3 opens and 3 head pins in 3, 5, and 6. She gets her spare. That's Father Richard, who is her biggest fan, and she openly admits it. There's the strike. Crystal Orenchuk has knocked off the 2-time defending champion Michelle Johnstone, and in the process, Crystal wins $550. She becomes our first semi-finalist in women's 5-pin play here at Frank Sisson's Silver Dollar Casino and Bowl.